everybody. We're so glad you're here today. We're very excited about this program. My name is Connie Youngloop, and I'm the chair of the Professional Education Committee for the Arizona Community Foundation. And we're doing something different this year with this program. It's 2 hours instead of the usual 1. And what we wanted to do was bring together in an open, interactive case study environment stuff that the Community Foundation does, and bring it with our professional advisors and others so they can see examples of what's being done to enhance the activity of being able to take advantage of the phenomenal resources that the Community Foundation has, and have a better picture of that and feel more comfortable than exploring it. That's going to help charitable giving in our community by virtue of they've been doing this a long time, and they know a lot of stuff and have a lot of connections and can make it easier. So there's resources that our clients and advisors can take advantage of in many ways, and then that helps the Community Foundation fulfill their purpose by doing more of that. So today we're trying to just open up the box more and give examples of some neat things that have been happening. And we do want to tell you we're videotaping today, so this is a first, but maybe using some of the technological things that we do, we can then distribute it to people or make it available. So this is the first time, and we're working that out. There's some housekeeping items I want to tell you about. Evaluations, we have no big evaluation for you to fill out at the end, but you're going to get one electronically tomorrow, and it's only going to be 2 questions. And I'm going to ask you if you would please fill it out. And the only reason is we're interested in what you say, because we definitely take that information into account to keep making these programs better and better and better. So your input's really important, positive or negative. So any suggestions you have, we really want your candid feedback. For continuing education certificates, the general ones for attorneys and CPAs are in your packets. If you're an insurance, if you have an insurance license, they're out there on the table. So don't forget to pick them up if you need them. Please be sure your cell phone is off. I think I need to turn mine off. And if you didn't get your parking validation tickets when you came in, go ahead and do that after the break. We've had some time to mingle here, and we will after the program, and talk and share information and ask questions. So please be sure to stay for that. And if any of our committee, professional education committee members are here today, I'd like you to raise your hand and give you credit. Candace Took, who former chair of the committee, Brenda Church, Chris Siegel, hi. And other members are Susan Chupak, Betsy Gomez, Kevin Preston. Is Kevin here? I thought he might be. Jim Lee, Grant McKeehan, Carolyn O'Brien, Patty Park, Bill Parker, Ken Peace, Chris Siegel there, Lou Silverman, Christine Spitzer, David Walzer, Keith Weibel, and Michael Zagul. And we're in the process of finishing up next year's program, so stay tuned. We'll let you know about that very soon. And last, I want to thank and welcome our sponsor, the private bank at Bank of Arizona, and Jim Montague. His biography is in the packets. Come on up, Jim. He's here to represent the bank. And Jim is a senior vice president and trust officer. He specializes in the administration of large and complex trust accounts and family relationships. And he advises clients in the areas of estate planning, charitable giving strategies, and business succession planning. So, Jim, thank you for supporting the program today.
Oh,
we appreciate it. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. I know you're not here to hear me, so I'm going to be really, really brief. But it is really a great honor for me to represent Bank of Arizona, and we're so happy to be able to help support ACF, and particularly today's event. For those of you that I do know, my regards to all of you. For those that I don't know, I invite you to please get to know Bank of Arizona and myself. Don't let my bow tie scare you off. I'm a geek, I know that. But I think there's some ways you can help your clients, and we'd love to have a chance to chat. Really what I want to do now is have introduce Steve. Sellenstone, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So many different ways.
Okay, well, close enough, I guess. I'm going to read the biography here, so I certainly didn't memorize this, but Stephen was named President and CEO of the Community Foundation in January of this year and assumed his duties on March 1st. Prior to that, he was Deputy Director of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's U.S. Program Education Initiative. He served as a Partner and Chief Investment Officer at Venture Philanthropy Partners in Washington. He also led the Montgomery County, Maryland Public Schools as Deputy Superintendent and the D.C. Public Schools as Chief of Staff and Interim Superintendent. He has a doctorate and master's degree in Administration, Planning, and Social Policy from Harvard, a Master of Arts degree from the University of Maryland, and a graduate of Boston University. And so without further ado, someone makes me feel like a tremendous underachiever.
Good afternoon. You heard I'm from the East Coast, so when we say like good afternoon on the East Coast, we expect everybody to say good afternoon back. So good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. That's all the East Coast I'm going to do today. Thank you, Jim, and thank you for sponsoring this and the support from Bank of Arizona and the private bank. We're very grateful for it, and you, like other partners in Arizona, are amazingly generous and amazingly supportive of us, and I am very grateful. I am just learning, having been here just 2 months, just how genuine and how philanthropic people are in this community, and it's really, I think, one of the untold stories of Arizona. And it's just been a joy and a pleasure to be here. And you know, I often say to people when I talk to them about, they ask me what was it like coming to Arizona. I said, well, when you're coming from Seattle, it's pretty simple to talk about. There were clouds and now it's sun. And, but it's deeper than that. Having spent time and growing up in D.C. and living in Boston and Seattle. When you come new to those towns, they don't welcome you like people do here in Arizona. They say hello, they might even shake your hand, they might not. And we'll say, okay, these are the barriers you have to get through to be part of us. You maybe don't have the right lineage, you don't have the right background, you didn't go to the right school, you don't have enough power, you don't have enough money, you haven't written enough, whatever, not in this community. In this community, we don't care where you're from. Welcome, let's get to work. And it's just been a really wonderful and an endearing welcome, and I just can't begin to tell you how pleased I am to be here. I do need to talk about attire because I have been told that there are rules in Arizona about dress, and you all are causing me great confusion. I was told that as of May 1st, you could drop the tie but not the jacket. I told this to my board yesterday, and you are really making me do that. And that come June 1st, I could drop the jacket. And come July 1st, I could drop the socks. And come August 1st, I should get out of that. I'm thrilled to be here. One of our board members, Ellen Allaire, is here. Ellen, I'm sure all of you know her. You get to blame her when I start screwing up, and because she was on the committee that helped bring me here. You'll meet all of our great staff. Back in the corner is our CFO, Paul Velosky, and Deborah Whitehurst, our COO, who had been serving as the CEO for the past year. Let me just say a couple of things and about the Arizona Community Foundation and share a few thoughts that I have about what this organization is and what this organization can be, and how important our relationship is with all of you. And really thrilled that so many of you are here today and would come to one of these events. It's really impressive. But, you know, those of you who have been dealing with us know that I am just the 4th in 5 years CEO. That we've actually had 4 CEOs in 5 years. And, you know, when you have that kind of change in leadership in an organization, it can create a lot of difficulties. And I'm just here to tell you I am not planning to leave. I know how difficult it can be for anybody that deals with any organization that's gone through that kind of leadership churn. And I've been spending a lot of time talking to some of you in this room who've been so gracious with your time, Vern, John, and several others, to learn about how we function and how we operate. And I just believe in the stability of leadership. I think there's a time for all leaders to move on. But I think an organization like this, given the complexities, needs stability. And I just wanted to assure you, as I told the board, this is my terminal destination in my career. My wife and I have always wanted to be in Arizona. We have property in Cave Creek. I've been paying taxes since '04. I've been dealing with Maricopa County Planning Office, trying to build a house. I'm not running on that investment of time and anxiety dealing with our friends down there. So just wanted you to know that I'm very proud to be part of this organization and plan to be here for many, many years, and hope that we can serve you in the tradition that you expect of us. Now, Bill and Melinda can look at the whole globe as their community because they have enough resources to address that. But the core driving factors is no different than any donor that we deal with, none at all. And their interest in their philosophy, and those of us who work for them, our stewardship of their resources was really the most important thing that we could do. And we had, as a set of 12 guiding principles there, the first principle was, essentially, and I'll paraphrase, this is a family foundation and don't you ever forget it. And it was stated a little more artfully than that, but that was the point. And I bring that point of view here because I believe that every donor must, as long as they are alive, have an emotional bond with their philanthropy and what they can do in their community. And that none of us, here or anywhere else, should ever erode that bond or sever that bond. And over the years, and you know this far better than I do, many of the laws coming out of my hometown have made it harder and harder for families to retain their emotional connection to their philanthropy. But I think it's possible to do that even with the laws that we have. And in fact, I think it is what we are here to do, to ensure that what we do is legal and everybody gets the right benefit, but never to erode that emotional connection the donor has with their philanthropy, and to make sure we are the very best facilitators of that. That is a theme I have been sharing with our staff. That is a theme you'll hear me talk about all the time. That will be a singular focus of mine as I talk to many of the families that we share in this community and learn from them about their expectations and what they want out of their philanthropy and how we can maximize that. We collectively have close to 1,000 funds here. That's a lot of families. And those are a lot of emotional bonds to protect and to nurture and to retain. And that will be our enduring commitment.